गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. So we are looking at you cannot okay. So we are looking at the कहाँ गया यार, one moment, Dashashloki, correct? So we are looking at Dashashloki, and we will chant the verses till, I think we are done up till 4th, and then we'll take it from there. न भूमिर्न तोयं न तेजो न वायुः न खं नेन्द्रियं वा न तेषां समूहः अनेकान्तिकत्वात् सुषुप्त्येकसिद्धः तदेको वशिष्ठः शिवः केवलोऽहम् तदेको वशिष्ठः शिवः केवलोऽहम् न वर्णा न वर्णाश्रमाचारधर्मा न मे धारणा ध्यानयोगादयोऽपि अनात्माश्रयाहं ममाध्यासहानात् तदेको वशिष्ठः शिवः केवलोऽहम् तदेको वशिष्ठः शिवः केवलोऽहम् न माता पिता वा न देवा न लोका न वेदा न यज्ञा न तीर्थब्रुवन्ति सुषुप्तौ निरस्तातिशून्यात्मकत्वात् तदेको वशिष्ठः शिवः केवलोऽहम् तदेको वशिष्ठः शिवः केवलोऽहम् न सांख्यं न शैवं न तत्पाञ्चरात्रं न जैनं न मीमांसकादेर्मतं वा विशिष्टानुभूत्या विशुद्धात्मकत्वात् तदेको वशिष्ठः शिवः केवलोऽहम् तदेको वशिष्ठः शिवः केवलोऽहम्. So we're looking at we had concluded with the 4th verse, but one thing we had not addressed, and that was the Pancharatri. And what does Pancharatra mean? It is it represents a dualistic theory of how creation manifested from the supreme Godhead, and it manifested as Purusha Prakriti, and the masculine and the feminine aspect of the divine, and the entire the creation emerged through the various arrangements. And what is that arrangement? The first arrangement was the Purusha and the Prakriti. Then the second arrangement was the Prakriti is Trigunatmika, The third arrangement was that the tamasic aspect goes into making the pancha mahabhutas, the rajasic aspect goes into making the senses, and the sattvic aspect goes into making the mind, and so on. And in this way, this is the pancharatri, and they say that this is the philosophy, and they say that this Pancharatra originated in the Himalayas, and it is a Vaishnava tradition, and it includes a 5 day long sacrifice, 5 Pancha Ratra nights or day. Well, we can say 5 day long or 5 night long, and these 5 days or 5 nights of sacrifice was performed by Narayana, Lord Narayana, by which he became the superior most among over all beings, and not only uh, uh, obtained superiority over all beings, but he also became all beings, and uh, this was propagated by sage Shandilya, and in this way, Shandilya, there is a Shandilya Upanishad also, and Atharvan, the sage Atharvana, he taught the eightfold yoga to Shandilya, and who eventually founded the Pancharatra system, or the ritual. And in this way, and here it is told that Pancharatrika Vidhi is a method for us. So that was the Lord's. Now here it is Pancharatrika Vidhi, and yeah, that is something different. But it is part of that which human beings. First, it was the Lord who did the Pancharatri sacrifice, and now what is this Pancharatrika Vidhi for the individuals? That they begin that it is a method of temple worship, and it includes 9 processes in which hearing, chanting, sankirtanam, etc., and by following these system, one attains to the supreme Purusha, the supreme Ishvara, the supreme God. And in this way, last week we could not, not we, okay, we, I or we is the same, and we did not know what it was, but now having seen what it is, now we are clear. Then I had explained to you the Sankhya system. I explained to you the Shaivam. Shaivam is the same as Kashmiri Shaivism, I told you. Sankhya is by Kapil Muni, and who taught this knowledge to his mother Devahuti, and there the Sankhya system accepts the Purusha and Prakriti to be separate, to be one per person, meaning one body with one spirit. In Shaiva philosophy, we are seeing that in our the Amrit Anubhav, how the Paramashiva comes desiring to experience himself, becomes Shiva and Shakti, and then Shiva and Shakti, in the presence of Shiva, the Shakti becomes activated, and as a result, the creation appears, only to be dissolved back into its source all over again. And therefore, this Shaiva system or the Kashmiri Shaivism system is the Ishvara Advayavad, which we have been talking in the Amrit Anubhav. Pancharatra we have talked. Jaina system, na Jainam. Jain philosophy is the atomic. They say that everything is, yes, they believe in Mahavir and all that, but they were very, very, what you call, very grounded, so to speak, and they say that everything comes from the atom, and 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 when two atoms come together, the life comes about. And apart from that, the present Jainism, it follows the doctrine of ahimsa, and it is a bit on the it may have come about like any other philosophy, meaning the Jain or the Charvaka or the Buddhist or the nihilist philosophy. All these philosophies have come as a reaction to the Vedic philosophy, and in the Jain philosophy, if you have seen, many of these Jainas, they believe in non-violence, they believe in lot of vows, and they have various orders, and they practice non-violence and non-injury, and they say without these two, to practice any religion is baseless, and therefore and they believe that in the, as I said before, they believe in the existence of the elements, and these elements at the atomic level, they call it Anu, and they make up the universe. And what are these Anus? They are the Jiva, the, well, we can say it in English, it is the soul, the matter, the motion, the rest, the space and time. And in this way, these are the six eternal elements that they talk about, and which is very eternal. Relatively, they will be eternal, but from Vedantic point of view, from Advaita point of view, they are only relative. They are not absolute. And in this way, and the Jain philosophy, even though they believe in the various Tirthankars, Rishabdev, etc., but they do not believe in a God as the creator. And and it is very similar to the Buddhist faith, and that is the difference. Continuing, the Mimamsa. Mimamsa means again that Ishvara is the ultimate, and basically Mimamsa comes from the first part of the Vedas, where lot of what you call ritual and is mentioned, and and uh, and uh, uh, and it talks on dharma, etc. But uh, and this mimamsa, there is purva mimamsa, there is karma mimamsa, and as I said in the first part of the Vedas, first part does not mean only the beginning of the Vedas. Okay, first few pages, not like that. In Vedas is interspersed with rituals in many areas, then upasana in many areas, and Vedanta in many areas. And usually a ritual leads to upasana, meaning single pointedness, and eventually that leads to some Upanishad. And in this way, all Upanishads have come from our Vedas itself, and Mimamsa also, as long as we are looking at Purva and Karma Mimamsa, it also believes in it believes in the planet which is eternal, and at the same time there are infinite number of individual souls, and this is the philosophy of the Mimamsams. And in this way, Mimamsa also believes that the gods mentioned in the Vedas, they have no existence apart from the mantras that talk about them, and all that is only the names of gods, various etc., are only taken in order to focus our mind, make our mind single pointed, so as to dive into the dive into recognizing yourself as the eternal soul. And in this way, and Mimamsa also talks about how one can live in and through their daily life, following the dharma, and live as a perfect human being, performing all the duties, all the obligations, all the prerogatives, uh, uh, and as long and at the same time maintains the harmony with the world, with the family. Well, family is part of the world, with the family, and with the personal goals that one sets for themselves, to so as to realize that they are the eternal soul. And in this way, that is the Mimamsa philosophy. And so, Vishishthanubhutya Vishuddhatmakatvat. And then it says that na Sankhyam, na Shaivam, na Tat Pancharatram, na Jainam, na Mimansa Kader Matam Va, Vishishthanubhutya Vishuddhatmakatvat. So, Vishishthanubhutya, Anubhutya, Vishishta Anubhutya. It is a direct realization. Anubhuti means realization. Anubhuti, Anu, Bhavananda, same way. Anu, Vishuddha Atmakatvat. And by direct realization, by direct experience alone, another word for Vishishthanubhutya is Aparoksha Anubhuti. Aparoksha is direct, without any medium. And by that alone, the self is Vishuddha Atmakatvat. The self is known as the Atma is known as ever pure, absolutely pure. Or you can take it the other way around by knowing and that the Atma is, from the sadhana point of view, now I'm saying, if you take the Atma to be the most purest, absolutely pure with no blemishes, then alone direct experience can come about. And that direct experience, that pure Atma, that one, that which remains, that residue, that auspicious Shiva, that I am, that alone am I. Tadeko Vashishta Shiva Kevaloham, Tadeko Vashishta Shiva Kevaloham. And in this way, the Adi Shankaracharya, the young 7-year-old, is introducing himself to his Guru Maharaj, Govindapada Bhagavad Padacharya, who asked, "Tell me, who are you?" And in this way, coming to the next verse, न चोर्ध्वं न चाधो न चान्तर्न बाह्यं न चोर्ध्वं न चाधो न चान्तर्न बाह्यं न मध्यं न तिर्यं न पूर्वापरादिक् न मध्यं न तिर्यं न पूर्वापरादिक् वियद्व्यापकत्वाद् अखण्डैकरूपः वियद्व्यापकत्वादखण्डैकरूपः तदेकोऽवशिष्टः शिवः केवलोऽहम् तदेकोऽवशिष्टः शिवः केवलोऽहम्. How this thought is reflected in Narayana Upanishad. This thought is reflected in the first line, is reflected in Ganapati Atharva Shirsha Upanishad. Na cha urdhvam, na cha adhaha, na cha antaha, na bahyam, na madhyam, na tiryak, na purva apara dik. So, what all I am not? So Shankaracharya is introducing himself to his teacher. He says, "Na chordhvam." There is nothing. There is no above. Na cha adaha. There is nothing called below. Na cha antaha. There is neither inside, na bahyam, nor outside, na madhyam, nor the middle, na tiryang, nor diagonal or crosswise, and na purva. Purva is east, and opposite purva is the west, and so there are no directions. Na purva apara dik. Dik means directions. There are no east and west directions, meaning none of the 8 directions are there. If you don't know what are the 8 directions, there is north, south, east, west, north, northwest, northeast, southwest, southeast. These are the 8 directions. And then if you take that on a plate, this is all you can place, then there is no up, there is no down, and there is no inside, there is no outside. That is what he is showing. Then who am I? I am that Vyad Vyapakatvad Akhandaika Rupaha. Oh Mao. And I am that one which is Vyad Vyapakatvad. It is as expansive and all pervasive as the space. Limitless space, infinite space. Vyad Vyapakatvad. And not only it is empty space. No, that emptiness is filled, and therefore akhandaika rupaha. Akhandaika rupaha means that this space is partless and homogeneous in its nature. There are no parts in it. We see parts, we see space split between me and you, me and laptop, me and the phone, me and the text on the screen. Individuality is nothing but differences. Individuality is nothing but a sense of otherness, duality, multiplicity. And therefore, continuously, this individual idiot is trying to survive. We are not here to survive. We are here to allow the infinite to express its glory through this equipment. That is why we are here. When we forget that, then all survival begins. So, to remind yourself, Adi Shankaracharya has already worked it out, even at that age. What is he saying? I'm none of the directions. I'm not inside, outside, nor up and down, nor middle and crossways. Then who am I? And I am that which is all pervasive. I am that which is infinitely pervasive. And this all pervasiveness is akhanda. Akhanda eka rupaha. It is of the form of no breaks. Space you can see outside, and your senses will trick you to believe that your senses will make you believe that the space is broken, and therefore, and the Mimamsa and all goes in that. What is that? All the planets and all the directions. You have to have God only in the east. And so when you come to the Upanishads, you know where is east? You know, according to Upanishads, where is east? Wherever you face.
Whatever we are facing.
Correct. Wherever you face, that means not you as an individual. That individual is idiot. Wherever the Atma is facing, that is east. That is east. And if you accept yourself as the Atma, then that is the east. Wherever you go, that is the east. Because if you think the east is where the sun is, then the sun and the east direction is illuminated by your eyes. Eyes are illuminated by the mind. Mind is illuminated by the consciousness that you are. So you are the light of all lights, not the sun. So your east is not based on the sun. According to the Vedas, the east is based on from the Atmic point of view. And therefore, this space is akhanda. There are no parts to it. There are no divisions in it. There is no separation in it. It is continuous. And as I was saying, when we look at space, a world outside which is existing in the space, our senses trick us. They create the illusion of non-continuous space. Another example which is close to that is the waters. The waters is partless. Water is divisionless. Water is that in which there is no duality or multiplicity. It is akhanda. It is continuous, unbroken, homogeneous mass of water. That is the truth. That is what your eyes are seeing. Once your mind is exposed to this information, then it will accept because you can see it. But that same water appears as tides, as waves, as froth. See? But because it appears as n number of waves and so many, the in tide and the out tide, water doesn't become less or more. Water continues to be water. Exactly the same way. The space continues to be space if the creation expresses itself or the creation dissolves itself. And this is your direct experience also. Not only objective experience, that if this table is there, it's occupying some space. If the table is not there, space continues to be space. But more subjectively, your mind space, in which multiplicity appears in waking and dream, the mind space remains mind space. Or we can even say the conscious space alone, when with reference to the various multiple thoughts, ideas, convictions, images, etc., is called as mind. And mind with no reference, with no thought, is called as akhanda ekarupaha. Meaning, what is that akhanda ekarupaha? Like space. But it is what? It is not inert space. It is expansive and pervasive like space, but it is without any divisions, and it is homogeneous mass of consciousness. It is not inert. And what is that? That I am. Tad ekaha. That one. That one which is left after all the directions are removed, all the objectivity is removed, all the references are removed, all the multiplicity is removed. What remains behind? The residue. That one alone is auspicious, Shivaha. And that alone, Kevala Aham, that alone I am. That alone I am. Hedar. Each verse has a deep contemplative possibility if one just doesn't look at it only from the top, or just on the surface. When we read the Ganapati Atharva, what is that? What does it say? कैसे शुरू होता है? नमस्ते गणपते त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं तत् ब्रह्मासि. हाँ, सर्वं. हाँ, हाँ. तो here, so in that Ganapati Atharva, see, here we are using the language of neti neti. न चोर्ध्वम न च अधः न च अंतः न बाह्यम न मध्यम न तिर्यंग न पूर्व न अपरा न अपराधिक. But there what it is saying, that Ganapati is the doer, Ganapati is the inside, the Ganapati is the outside, Ganapati is the above, the Ganapati is the below, Ganapati is the all the directions, Ganapati is the middle, the Ganapati is the east and the west, meaning all the directions. There, that approach is taken. That is, as we said, in Vedanta, there is this neti neti and there is anvaya. So here it is the neti neti going on. So, na chordhva, na chadho, na chantar, na bahyam, na madhyam, na tiryang, na purvaparadik, वियद्व्यापकत्वादखण्डैकरूपः तदेको वशिष्ठः शिवः केवलोऽहम् तदेको वशिष्ठः शिवः केवलोऽहम् न शुक्लं न कृष्णं न रक्तं न पीतं न शुक्लं न कृष्णं न रक्तं न पीतं न कुब्जं न पीनं न ह्रस्वं न दीर्घं न कुब्जं न पीनं न ह्रस्वं न दीर्घम् अरूपं तथा ज्योतिराकारकत्वात् अरूपं तथा ज्योतिराकारकत्वात् तदेको वशिष्ठः शिवः केवलोऽहम् तदेको वशिष्ठः शिवः केवलोऽहम्. Together. न शुक्लं न कृष्णं न रक्तं न पीतं न कुब्जं न पीनं न ह्रस्वं न दीर्घम् अरूपं तथा ज्योतिराकारकत्वात् तदेको वशिष्ठः शिवः केवलोऽहम् तदेको वशिष्ठः शिवः केवलोऽहम्. Na Shuklam, again neti neti. Not this, not this. So what is it not? It is not Shukla, it is not white. Na Krishnam, it is not dark. Na Raktam, it is not red. Na Pitam, it is not yellow. Na Kubjam, Kubjam is the one with a hunched back or someone who is short. Na Kubjam. Na Pinam, nor such someone who is stout. Naraswam, it is not short. Na dirgham, it is not long. Oh my God. Then, what is it? Arupam tatha jyotirakarakatvat. We say Shuklam. शुक्लांबरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये. Here it is saying न शुक्लांबरधरं. We are not going into Vishnu, okay? न शुक्लं न कृष्णं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं. So there, when we say, we are mentioning the Lord who is of the dark color, that is Krishna. Na Krishnam, he is not dark. What is not dark? That one. Which one? Tadeko Vashishta Shiva Kevalo. Tadeka. That one is neither white nor dark nor red. Some people want to put bhasma on their body and become white. Some people during Kavadi time, they want to wear dark clothes. The Shaktas, they want, for them, red color is very dear. For sannyasis also, red color is very dear, burnt red. Napitam, yellow color. Brahmacharis wear yellow color. Sun is yellow. So here what is na kubjam na pinam? It's neither short nor stout, nor small nor long. And this is how we divide the whole world. What is the world for us? Color and form. Form, shapes. Everything that you just gaze around your room, wherever you are sitting right now. Everything that you can see will have a form and it will have a color. Including the 41 minutes that the clock is showing. Red background and white 41 minutes, 9 seconds. 41 minutes, 10 seconds. 11, 12, 13. Changing. See? And this is the more we give credence, the more we give value, the more we give value to all these colors and forms and short and long and various shapes. To that extent, we are maintaining our individuality. To that extent, we are maintaining our body identification. Then who am I? What is that? That is arupam. There is no color and there is no form. Also, jyotirakarakatvat, and it is of the nature of jyotihi. Akara. Akar means it is of the form, or it is of the nature. It is just a language. Akarakatvat. Akar means form. Vikar means modification. Car means the vehicle in which you go. So akarakatvat. So it is of the form of light. It is of the nature of light. It is of the shape of light. And what light? Which has got no boundaries. It's just light. It's a figure of speech here. And they have already qualified that by saying arupam. A roop, form. Arupam, without form. So it is without form, and it has a form of it is of the form of light or of the nature of light. In other words, as it says here, arupam, shapeless, formless. And what is our sadhana? Effort to effortless, desire to desirelessness, form to formlessness. That is our sadhana. Are we moving in that direction? Are we alert about it as we as the life is expressing through this equipment? With every passing day, have we become quieter? Are we able to suss out our consciousness that we are, the Atma that we are, which is independent of all forms, meaning it is independent of all thoughts, imaginations, convictions, all these things, imaginations, convictions, emotions, thoughts, past, future, they are all nothing but words, and words have forms. So every thought is only of the nature of form. Just like every wave has a form. So is our attention on the form, or is our attention on that, because that which is expressing in and through the form, which is the water. So truly speaking, form is existing in its own absence, only water is. Stupidly we are calling that water as wave or tide or froth or breaker or whatever. Exactly the same way. There is only thing called existence in this universe. On that existence, the name, form, color has been superimposed. As long as your attention is on the world, we can never sort it out. But when we recognize that this existence on which the world is based or is appearing on, that existence is not anywhere. That is me only. Because that existence is giving validity to the intellect, to the mind, to the senses, to the body. Without that, this equipment cannot function. And because there is this equipment, therefore the world is. If this equipment is not there, then the world is not there. For whom? For you. And this is your experience every evening, every day when you go to sleep also. See, you have to keep connecting. So where is our attention? Are we looking for answers in the outside world? Navagraha Puja. Bhagte raho. Round. And if you mistake, then papo hum papa karma hum. The seeker stupidly is seeking himself. But he is looking outwards. Here, there, everywhere. Forgetting that what he is seeking is he himself. With this young Adi Shankara, it has clicked. Arupam tatha jyotira arakara katvat. Jyoti also means consciousness. Light also, another word for light is consciousness. So when we become conscious of our existence, so first we have to conclude that the existence on which the whole world is coming and going, that existence is existence. That existence I am. And when I become conscious of I am, that existence is just a conviction. You can never come to know existence independent of consciousness within. So when we become conscious of our own existence, when Chit and Sat become one, Chit means light, Chit means consciousness, Chit means knowledge, awareness of Sat, of our own existence, which is the core without which nothing can come and go. All this that is being negated in the 5-6 verses or all the verses is only because you are there. The existence and consciousness is there. So here he has removed everything, na shuklam, na krishtam, na raktam, na pitam, neither the philosophies, nor the father, mother, nor the afterwards it will, what else he has deleted? He has deleted na mata, na pita, then he has na varna, na varnashrama, na dharma, na dharana, dhyan, samadhi, yoga, all he has deleted. Na bhumi, the 5 elements he has deleted. And this way he is deleting one whatever his attention is going to, he is deleting that. And what remains behind after deleting is that arupam, that is that formless. How did he come to formless? By talking about form, he came to the formless. By negating the form, he came to be the formless. Arupam. But not just inert formlessness. But what is it? Jyotirakarakatvat. Conscious. That formlessness, that emptiness, that absence, that it is of the nature of consciousness. That one which is remaining behind after having deleted everything, that alone is auspicious, and that alone I am. That alone I am. In this way, na shuklam, na krishnam, na raktam, na pitam, na kubjam, na peenam, na hrasvam, na dirgham, arupam tatha jyotirakarakatvat, tadeko vashishtah shiva kevaloham, tadeko vashishtah shiva kevaloham. Continuing, the 7th verse. Na shasta, na shastram, na shishyo, na shiksha. Na shasta, na shastram, na shishyo, na shiksha. Na chatvam, na chaham, na chayam prapanchaha. Na chatvam, na chaham, na chayam prapanchaha. Swarupavabodho vikalpa sahishnuh. Swarupavabodho vikalpa sahishnuh. Tadeko vashishtah shiva kevaloham. Tadeko vashishtah shiva kevaloham. Together. Na shasta, na shastram, na shishyo, na shiksha. Na chatvam, na chaham, na chayam prapanchaha. Swarupavabodho vikalpa sahishnuh. Tadeko vashishtah shiva kevaloham. Tadeko vashishtah shiva kevaloham. Before we conclude, I want to remind you that tomorrow satsang will be at 6:30. 6:30, quarter to 7 in someone's house. So I don't know what topic, if they are going to give one, or we continue with this, or we take some other text for 1 hour, 1 hour, 15 minutes. But this, so you can log on at around 6:30. So after 6:30 only it will start, but 6:30 you can log on. So what does this say? We'll look at this verse next class. Enough for today. So, na shasta, na shastram. Shasta means the ruler. Na shastram, no rule. So no, there is no ruler, there is no rule, there is no student, there is no sadhana, shiksha, there is no teaching, and there is no student. Na cha tvam, na cha aham, na cha ayam prapancha. Na cha tvam, there is no you. Na cha aham, there is no me. Na cha ayam prapancha, there is no world, there is no samsara. So, Swarupa Swarupava bodho vikalpasa hishnuhu. So to bodha, to know the self, your atmic self, to know the self, vikalpasa hishnuhu. So there no differences should be entertained. No, what does it say here? The self does not tolerate any distinctions. See the beauty of Lord Shiva? When he sees the distinctions, he closes his eyes. When Shakti becomes many to present the whole world to him, he slowly comes out, comes into Shambhavi Mudra, and then the eyes open and he looks, and the moment he looks, wow, and the eyes close again. And our eyes, अच्छा गुलाब जामुन खाओ, चलो लड्डू खाओ, चलो पकौड़े खाओ. Because our attention is not on the essence. Our attention is not on the Swarupa. Swarupava bodho vikalpasa hishnu. If our attention is on the distinctions, this is what is going on. We are removing, in every verse, we are removing all duality. We are removing all differences, we are removing. And those who say, no, I have to do sadhana to realize. लगे रहो, अभी तक कभी कोई साधना करके realize नहीं हुआ है. Meaning, nobody has realized till today by doing any sadhana. Blasphemy! How can you do something and be? How can the seeker do something and come to know himself? Because he is already himself. It's like saying the vision has, only when you see something, then there is vision. Only if you see something, then there is vision. Is vision dependent on appearance and disappearance? Or is it an independent principle of whether something is seen or not seen? Same thing with your hearing. Hearing is not dependent on hearing and not hearing. It is independent. Similarly, to accept yourself as a referential being is the sin that one is committing every moment. Don't define yourself with any reference. When there is no reference, what will happen to you? You will sit quiet. Then two things will happen. Either you will go to sleep or you will be realized. If you remain awake, you will be realized. If you don't, if you fall into a default, then you will go to sleep. Then we'll wake you up tomorrow. The alarm will come, alarm will ring, and it will wake you up. Or the birds will wake you. Oh, sorry. Nowadays nobody gets up with the birds. Traffic will wake you up. So, in this manner, we'll look at this verse in our next class. 1 hour is okay. So we are done till 7th. So tomorrow evening, 6:30. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Hari Om.
Hari Om.